Another 5-minute mystery. Well, Inspector Keith, back so soon? Thought you were out at the Sheridan estate working on a case.
I was, if you can call it a case.
Oh, what do you mean? Did old man Sheridan get any threatening letters after all?
He decided it was just some old prank and wants the whole thing dismissed. Gosh, I thought it was simple. Somehow those letters are just a little too sinister for a prank. I doubt Sheridan's got enemies aplenty.
Yeah, he's exactly the nicest guy in town from what I've heard.
I'll get it. Police headquarters. Kath speaking. Mrs. Sheridan? What? Dead? I'll be right out. Now, Mrs. Sheridan, if you just think hard and remember all the details, you were in the room when it happened.
Yes.
And Jenkins here?
I was upstairs, laying out Mr. Sheridan's things for bed, sir.
I see. Where were you at the time the shot was fired, Mrs. Sheridan?
Over at the far end of the room by the fireplace. I was sitting on the lodge chair right with my back to my husband.
And you saw no one enter the room.
No, Charles, Mr. Sheridan, he said a moment before that he thought he heard someone outside on the patio. He went to the French door and looked out. Next thing I knew, a shot was fired. I heard Mr. Sheridan moan, and then I turned around and he was laying there on the floor, just as he is now, flat on his back, bullet through his heart. It was awful.
You didn't touch the body.
Well, I couldn't. Of course not.
And you, Jenkins?
I heard the shot failing from upstairs, and I ran in immediately, though Mr. Sheridan was already dead.
Yes, there's one more thing, Mrs. Sheridan. The bump on the back of the victim's head. Is there any way you can explain that?
Well, I should think that it's simple enough, Inspector. It has no doubt occurred from the force of the fall.
Oh, yes, of course. I hadn't thought of that.
Inspector Keith, you've got to find out who did this awful thing. I won't stay in this house another minute. You see, just this morning, I got a threatening letter. Oh, I'm frightened for my own life.
Yes, Mrs. Sheridan, I can see how you would be. The jury is going to be apt. It's going to be pretty determined.
Jury? I don't understand.
Then allow me to make myself clear, Mrs. Sheridan. You are under arrest for the murder of your husband.
Why didn't the inspector arrest Mrs. Sheridan for her husband's murder? Do you know the clue? In a moment we'll hear, but first...
Okay, kids, time to brush your teeth.
No, I don't want to.
Come on, it's not that bad. See?
Why is it spicy?
Yeah, we want goldfish.
Hey, why'd you push me?
Are you tired of your boring, spicy old toothpaste? Here, try this.
Goldfish toothpaste?
Goldfish toothpaste!
Yes, small child, Goldfish toothpaste. Goldfish and Colgate collaborated to make a fantastic, totally non-toxic, delicious toothpaste for children. It's so delicious, little Timmy ate the whole tube. His smile was so bright, he passed out.
Yay, so much salty flavor!
The snack that'll definitely make you smile. Buy Goldfish toothpaste today.
The snack that smiles back, toothpaste!
And now, back to our story.
Under arrest? You can't arrest me.
If you pardon me saying so, Mr. Sheridan, I think I already have. Mr. Sheridan was not shot unexpectedly by any mysterious visitor, and the position of his body is proof enough. It may interest you to know that, Mr. Sheridan, that contrary to any moves you might recall seeing, a person who suddenly dies while standing, whether it be from bullets or otherwise, invariably falls forward. Mr. Sheridan is very neatly stretched on his back. And now, Mr. Sheridan, what about the bump on the back of the victim's head?
I knocked him out right before I shot him.
I see. Too bad you didn't leave the body as it fell, Mr. Sheridan. Instead of arranging it so neatly, it might have saved you a little trip tonight, a ride in the Black Maria.